This beat ain't normal.
What's up guys, my name is Benjamzillbeats and this is Freeme TV's Studio X, the making of Dremo's Benjamzillbeats. Basically, I was in the gym working out when I heard one song. I didn't know what song it was, and I had my phone. I wanted to Shazam, but you know, I was working out so I couldn't, so I just recorded the song on my phone. I got home and I created something like that, and after that I sent it to Dremo. I sent him 4 beats actually, so he recorded Benjamzillbeats and sent to me back. You know, it's actually good to, I think it's actually good to make songs about struggles and all, but sometimes we have to appreciate, like, you know, Benjamzillbeats. You know, so that was how Dremo did that, and he sent it to me back, and I was like, wow, this is a smash, you know, Benjamzillbeats. So without wasting time, let's get right into it. So I'm going to show you guys every part of this beat. Like, I'm going to show you guys the tips, the secret these other producers don't want you guys to know about, so pay attention. First of all, I started with this kick drum. This kick drum is called Wah. This is the kick. And on the kick is sent to channel 4. There's nothing on the mixer, it's just the kick. And the dum 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 is a tom drum. A tom drum from the same pack. I always cut out my samples, you know, without cutting it out, it will sound like this. The tail is long, so I just cut it short. So after that, I added this right here. This is a shaker. And on the shaker, on the shaker channel, I have it sent to a mixer, and there's no effect on it too, so it's just plain, you know. Then after that, another shaker. I usually print my stuffs out because of CPU. So usually what I do is, like, if I want to print this right now, I just right click, render as audio clip, and once you render as audio clip, it comes like this. So that's why you can see some of my stuffs and I'm not actually showing you the MIDI, I'm just showing you the waveform. So this. Then after that, this, another tom drum. What's on the tom drum? What's on the tom drum? 20. Nothing is on the tom drum too, so basically no effects on the drums. So this is like the groove, you know. So after that, I played a bass line. Sometimes I start with the chords, sometimes I start with the drums, sometimes, you know, it's just however I feel. So this is like the bass line. So this bass line is from a VST plugin called Trillian. Trillian is from Spectrasonic. So this is the bass line. And this bass line is actually sidechained. Why? Because if the bass line is like this, it will interfere with the drums, obviously. So I sidechained the bass line with, okay, on the bass line I have EQ on the bass line. So I had to cut the high end, you know. So after the EQ, I mean, you're wondering what a stereo expander is doing on a bass line. The stereo expander is like, you know, I'm trying to open it so that the drums will be on the middle, then the stereo expander is like, then this is the sidechain I talked about. So as you can see, the drum is hitting. When the drum hits, the bass line docks, right? So it's like sidechain when the drum hits. It's like on the radio when you talk, when people are talking on the radio, the song is playing. Once you talk, the song, you know, drops, and you know, once you're done talking again, the song comes up. So it's just like that. It's just the same thing going on here. So when the drum hits, the bass line drops. So after that, another tom drum. And on this tom drum, I don't think I have any effects on it. So 9. Oh, there's a reverb on it, just a little reverb. So after that, there's another drum, I guess. This is another clap, and this clap actually sounds real. So it's like real life clap, you know. So after this clap, I don't think there's any effect on it too. It's just, oh, yeah, that's the clap. Oh, there's a reverb on the clap too. There was a funny story about this song actually. The one that's out is not mixed. The version that is out is not mixed, so I guess it sounded good because of the proper gain staging actually, because I usually gain stage, like when I make my beats I try to do gain staging. Gain staging is like on the mixer channel right now, you have to like pull down some stuffs, you know, you don't allow your stuffs to clip too, right? So you just drop down this to some dB, you know, just like balancing actually, right? That's like gain staging. So because of proper gain staging, I guess that's why it sounded good. It wasn't like clipping like it should. So after that, this is the chord. Because I printed some of this stuff, so I can't actually show you guys what VST it was, but I think this was, I have a lot of VSTs, man. I think this was Addictive Keys. I'm showing you guys everything, as you can see. This is Addictive Keys, and this grand piano is actually from Addictive Keys. So most of this because it's already printed. Some of them because I don't want my CPU to be, you know, glitching, doing all those latency, whatever. I just play them, add the effects, then print, right? So this is the chords, and together it sounds like this. After that, I played another chord. This from a Rode. This is actually a Rode instrument. And if I remember what plugin this was this is an e-piano actually. This is an electric piano, and this is from. I have a bunch of plugins, man. I'm going to show you guys right now. This is from. Whoa. This is from Lounge Lizard. It's an electric piano. So this is actually from Lounge Lizard, and it sounded like that. All together sounded like this. Just like this, like that, like that, like that. The same thing the grand piano was playing, but with a little variation actually. Then this. Then after that I played, what is this? This was, oh, this is a mute guitar. This is a mute guitar, and the mute guitar is actually from a contact library. I have this contact library, and it's filled with a lot of vintage sounds. So I actually just, pulled up my contacts and contact library. I was looking for that vintage, mute guitar. So I have like over 1 terabyte, contact libraries. So this particular mute guitar is from vintage. It's a vintage guitar. It's one of this. I can't open it right now, but you can see. And after that, what was the next thing? Why is this fucking chair making noise? Oh my god. So it's mad. So at this point I thought about playing something else, and it was an organ. This organ is from Contact. So I use a lot of contact libraries, like Contacts plugins. I'm always using Contacts because you have to contact. You have to contact. So it's just sustaining. It's just like organ sustaining, constantly. So together it sounded like this. Hey! So after that, I played another chord, and this chord was like this. It's very low, you might not hear it, but like this. So together it's like this. It comes once in a while. Hey. So after that, I think at the chorus I played some other stuffs. This was you know, this song has a lot of things going on, but at the same time it sounds like they are together, you know, they are working together. So this particular thing is, it comes during the chorus. So this was like, it comes during the chorus and it's like, don't like, you know, all hyped up. Then I added, this was a plugin called Expand. I actually saw this Expand first from 40, Drake's producer, you know, and it's a great plugin, I can't lie. Tip number 1, always tune your drums. Tune your drums. Some people, I hear people like, you know, they use their drums, some pitch are wrong, like you have to tune your drums. You have to tune whatever drum it is you're using. So even this particular Expand, as you can see, is pitched a bit, right? Because it's a sounding off. So you need the ears. You need to have, you know, good ears to be able to listen to all this. So after that, I added the snare. So this is a snare. Then that chord comes again. So basically, this like everything, you know, in the beat, and except little details like crash, like a crash, a reverse crash for the build-ups, like this particular one. Yeah, this is supposed to be a crash like this, but you know, when you reverse it, it's like a build-up. So it builds up, then it crash again like this, like in the intro. Builds up, then it crash. So when you hear this beat ain't no more, then it's building up.
This beat
it builds
ain't
up
normal.
like this. I use a lot of them. This is Storm. And this guy actually has a delay on it.
This beat ain't normal.
Hey. That's on FX, you can hear. Then there's a drum roll somewhere in the song. This is like a drum fill actually, and this is it. Oh Lord, there was this vocal effects on the intro. It was actually done by Dremo. I know, like when the song starts, you hear beep 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 bop 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 beep 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 bop bop. Those actually Dremo's voice. You know, and it's mad. I can't lie. It's mad. Hey. Oh Lord! If I don't make a stinky face while listening to a beat, then the beat is not dope. I have to spoil my face. You know? So
This beat ain't normal.
hey. So basically this is just it. I'll be on the comment section. Leave your comments. I'll be on the comment section to answer every question. So feel free to ask questions.
This beat.
Hey. You know, like in songs, some parts, like you have to like make them know the chorus is coming, like, okay. So usually you use like a build up. So most times actually I use crash, you know. So this is actually supposed to be like, this is a clap, right? This is a clap with, you know, but when you reverse the clap, it sounds like this. It builds up. Then once it builds up, then you have to add up the real one again. So it sounds like this. I'll play only the crash like this. It sounds like this. You understand? So like I said, try to like tune your drums, because some of these drums might not be like the same key with your song, so you have to like, you know, tune it. Then secret number 2, this miscellaneous function has a volume knob on it. So this volume knob adds some sort of distortion to your drums. Like, let me show you something. If this tone drum sounds like this, once you go to this place and you add the volume, it adds more depth to it. You don't even have to start layering sound, like you just have to like, sounds heavier. So that's secret number 2. Okay. And I have to turn this shit down. It wasn't like that in the song. So basically this is just like the whole thing. Am I missing anything? I'm not sure if I'm missing anything, but if you feel I'm missing anything, just ask. Like I said, I'll be under the comment section to answer you guys. Big shout out to Freeme TV for coming through, and big shout out to Dremo for trusting me on this jam.
Hi, what's happening? It's Cracker Malo. This is Studio X, and this is the making of Antidote by Mr. Real, produced by me, Cracker.
She know the time, she know the darling. What I like this, I be like that. I don't go mind.